Welcome to the Permaculture Podcast, a place where ideas take root and grow. I'm your host, Scott Mann. An update with a bit of big news. My wife and I found and made a winning offer on a house in Cleveland. This has been quite a wild ride, as my wife received her orders 2 days before the recent government shutdown started, which meant we had to do all of our research into what neighborhoods to consider online. I'd like to give a big thanks to the folks on the R Cleveland subreddit for making that much easier than we expected. As we were figuring that out, we spent week after week taking home tours virtually from our couch in Virginia. Thankfully, we had a friend in the area who was able to be our eyes on the ground, while our realtor pointed a camera into all the rooms, basements, and nooks of one house after another, and then a few more. This is a time where I'm thankful for technology to allow us to be able to do this without having to drive those hundreds and hundreds of miles and then drive from neighborhood to neighborhood and house to house to house and house to house to do this. That we were able to communicate with our realtor and our friend and do as much of this as we could without having to visit directly. We wound up in a house built in 1930 in a community on the south side of Cleveland that's full of character, history, and the potential to continue our journey with permaculture in a way that reflects our family's values and interests. We'll be in a neighborhood that allows us to walk to locally owned shops, and what isn't walkable is close by and high density. We see this new space as not only our home, but also a canvas. One that, once we get moved and settled into the house early next year, that we'll be able to work on repairing, restoring, and transforming piece by piece. We can take the yard and plant a garden while creating a place for community to gather, commune, support, and learn from one another in person and from a little library we want to build next to our mailbox. Through this process, we'll explore what it really looks like to practice permaculture in peri-urban density with small homes on small lots in a maritime climate in the Midwest, with cooler summers and lake effect snow in winters, and all the joys, challenges, and unexpected lessons that will bring. When I decided to relaunch the show earlier this year, I knew it was going to be a roller coaster like adventure with possible delays, ups and downs, and time spent waiting. Thank you for your patience while we move our lives across state lines and rebuild in a new place and all the unknown that will bring. Once the dust settles, though, things are shaping up to bring you new stories, experiments, and voices from our own lives in Cleveland and from other folks in the area, from Ohio, and around the world. If you have any ideas for what we should tackle first, I'd love to hear from you. Send me an email, show@thepermaculturepodcast.com, or visit thepermaculturepodcast.com, click on Contact, and send me a message from there. Until the next time, spend each day exploring, enjoying, and building your local community while taking care of Earth, yourself, and each other.